I had to go for a chest X-ray in June because of a bad cough, loss of weight and breathlessness, and the GP sent me to St Thomas's for a chest X-ray. It was found that when I had the X-ray, that there was a shadow on the X-ray that the doctors wanted to have a look at. And when they looked at it, they found that they thought that it might be possibly lung cancer. They decided that they would give me a biopsy to make sure that it was lung cancer and nothing else. Anyway, the biopsy proved that it was small cell lung cancer that had reached my lungs and my liver, and also the outer reaches of the lungs. After the biopsy, I felt fine. There was no problems, and I felt fine. And then on the Saturday evening, Sunday morning, I started coughing during the night, and then I started bringing up blood. So I've got an alarm button, and I pressed that, and within 10-15 minutes the ambulance had arrived, and they took me into St Thomas's Hospital. We discussed the treatment, and when I told them that I didn't want any chemotherapy, they said, well, listen to the options when you see the doctors, listen to the options and then make up your mind, because there are some chemos that will help. When I went to St Thomas's to see the doctors, they told me about this chemo that they recommended, and it shrinks the cancer and gives me a better chance of recovery. The most important thing to me when I go home is that I keep my independence as much as possible. I have a lady comes in once a week to do my housework through an agency. The only thing that I would say about the district nurses is that whereas before we could get straight through to the district nursing office and talk to the district nurses if we had queries, now we can't. We have to go through St Thomas's Hospital or Guy's Hospital, and then we have to go through various channels before they can get in touch with the district nurses for them to ring us back. So it does take quite a long time to get in touch with the district nurses. The treatment I've had in Guy's and St Thomas's has been absolutely marvellous. I said, and they've looked after me. There's no complaints about the nursing, the doctors, everything I've wanted they've done for me. And it was my birthday last week, and they brought round a tea trolley at tea time with a big chocolate gâteau on it, and they all sung happy birthday to me round the bed, and they did dances to me in the morning when I first woke up while I was having my breakfast. I said, and they really had a lovely day. They gave me a marvellous day. I had a lovely birthday. So it made it all worthwhile. Not as far as the treatment is concerned, but I have to use the hospital service, the ambulance service, when I come to the hospital for various clinics. And the only thing I would say is that it's such a long waiting period for the ambulance to come to pick you up, because you have to be ready for 2.5 hours before your appointment time, So if you're an old person, as such as myself, you've got to be ready for 2.5 hours before your appointment time. Our National Health Service is the best service there could be in the world, I think.